Hey there, Digi-homies. So we've got a match today between terriermon and numemon. Abel's going to be playing terriermon, and yours truly is going to be playing numemon, a deck which I am borrowing thanks to the kindness of Cesar, and you'll see exactly why it's not my deck in a couple of turns, in all honesty. So the reason that I actually wanted to practice this numemon matchup is that I find numemon to be a very fascinating deck in this meta. It's turning out to be a lot more aggressive than I think anybody really anticipated, and terriermon, it feels a little bit lackluster in a lot of senses, especially with the fact that they had access to rapidmon X antibody in this meta. But the matchup between these two decks is extremely fascinating just because of that rapidmon X antibody, right? They also have access to Mega Gargomon Ace, which really puts a damper on a lot of what numemon wants to do. The deletion triggers are nice to have, but not when you can't check security. And so numemon will be going first. We'll be hatching, and we are going to see a very classic play from numemon, which is going to be choking their opponent at 1 with that new BT16 Ukumon that does force you to evolve for 1 versus those promo Ukumons, which lets you evolve for free. Terriermon on here is just going to go from a terriermon into a terriermon X, so for that free evolution, and then passing the turn on 3 memory, but setting up a memory tamer. Now, Ukumon is going to be moving up from the hatch area to the main zone, which means we are going to get that start of that trigger for it, which is when a Digimon moves up, you're going to look at the top 3 cards. I'm going to pick up a Valkyrie Ace, bottom decking the rest of the cards, and hatching one more time. Really nice chance to follow up with a rookie, like we're seeing right here, gets another draw. And gonna have a really nice way to sort of establish some boards. Is going to go for that 2 cost evolution to the numemon. Won't get the on player 1 digivolving, so no potential Satsuki drop here. And Ukumon just swinging is going to hit another memory tamer. So on the one hand, the Ukumon does stay alive, which is kind of nice if you are the numemon player, because it does mean you have a chance to potentially get that trigger one more time. But against a terriermon deck, there is a very high chance that you're going to die to a rapidmon regardless if you swing or not. And now a monzaimon evolution in the back is going to waste a little bit of just that 1 memory, but doesn't really have to worry about any sort of deletion effects here. So terriermon can be pushed out, and we are going to see an on-play terriermon, the one that lets you look at your top 5 and lets you pick up a rapidmon and a gargomon in the name. So we are going to see 2 terriermons, a Heaven's Judgment and a double Typhoon. Only 1 target here that is viable. It is just going, but it is a rapidmon, and a rapidmon is a rapidmon. But you are going to be at 0 memory, and you are passing the turn now. Does get a cost reduction on the evolution, and because it's only that 2 cost evolution, it is going to be the starter deck from the double Typhoon rapidmon. Monzaimon here going to be pushing out, triggering that Ukumon one more time, gets another chance to look at the top 3 cards of their deck. And this is one of those moments where you kind of have to be wary that rapidmon is able to make sure that you have a chance for that Mega Gargo Ace, right? Being able to go from a 4 to a 5, always a really scary potential. But numemon, again, a deck that's just very good at having a lot of not cost reduction, but DP reduction out on the field. So another Chikurimon in the back, thanks to that Ukumon allowing you to hatch after you have raised a Digimon from that raiding area up to the main battle area. And here we see a classic Monzaimon into Monzaimon X antibody is going to then draw for that Sunomon, which is when one of your other Digimon Evo, you can go ahead and draw a card. And because there is a Monzaimon X antibody here with a Monzaimon X, you're allowed to play another Digimon on the field. So now we're going to see another numemon and a Satsuki being placed under. That's minus 6,000 DP now here on the board, is going to be targeting that rapidmon. So Armor Purge will not save it if that Digimon does get deleted as that damage sticks. And Etamon being involved here on top of that numemon, so not having that rush is going to target that rapidmon, causing it to delete, but that means there's no forced swing. So the Satsuki, at least you're able to get out in the field. This player, that is myself, forgetting that there is a Satsuki underneath that you can just go ahead and unmind link, especially since you didn't really attack there. So we are going to see another terriermon, big surprise, being evoed into the back. And this lone terriermon right here, not really having much of a choice. it seems that that search from the last turn was really the only rapidmon that Able has seen so far. So a double typhoon here is going to look at the top 3. It's going to find another Terriermon X and a regular Terriermon, and I think that was the Sparkle of Fate, but no rapidmon, so no level 4 still, is going to be playing another double typhoon. This time going to pick up a rapidmon, bottom decking a Garglemon Ace. So double typhoon does let you pick up a tamer as well, so kind of whiffing both times on there. So now another Chikurimon is being pushed out here, which means you get another trigger from Ukomon. Hits double Uko and Geremon, which is also treated as a numemon. So you are going to have 4 Digimon out here. If you hard play something, you are going to be able to absolutely wipe the board of this Terriermon. But now we see that promo Ukomon, that one that evos for 0, so not having to worry about evoing for 1 in the back. Always a nice way to like at least establish a board, but you do go through your eggs extremely fast with that BT16 Ukomon. So you actually are in a really nice position here as the numemon player to be able to just sort of start swinging down, right? You have 2 checks with that with that Monzaemon X antibody on the field. Your Etemon doesn't really have to worry, and you have a couple of annihilation triggers. Notice that with how fast this game is sort of going, numemon player also did not unmind link again, which was definitely not intentional. It's source, I am that player, but is going to play a Louis. So Louis on play will let you move up the Ukomon. You're going to tap the Louis to be able to gain a memory. And then that promo Ukomon allowing you to hatch and gain another memory. So another BT16 Ukomon for 1 cost, putting them at 1 memory. There is a lot going on this board right now. And you are kind of in a safe spot to swing, but instead going into a Venusmon here. So going to stop any 1 digivolving effects from happening, so at least able to say, hey, even if you can go into your Rapidmon X antibodies, you're not going to be able to wipe my board. And it is just a very nice way just to be able to go, all right, at least we can establish even more of a board for next turn. So the scary part about being a numemon player against a rapid deck is that all of your Digimon are very low DP. So once that Rapidmon X antibody is on the field, a lot of your Digimon will get deleted. So Terriermon X antibody on top of the Terriermon gets that extra draw for free, essentially. Just another way to sort of search deeper. We've been seeing a lot of really sort of tough spots for the Rapidmon player here, not able to find the aforementioned Digimon. Just really only saw the one that they evoed into and then the one they picked up, so might have a chance to do so here. They do have 2 tamers and a second Terriermon X antibody on top of the other Terriermon now, so another extra draw. That does have access to do 2 double typhoons as well, so should be able to just play out a Digimon if they needed to. Did pick up a Rapidmon from earlier, so might be able to go ahead and essentially just say, hey, you know what? Let me just try to at least have a blocker or bluff a potential Mega Girl Ace. We did see one go to the bottom of the deck. And we will be seeing that evolution. So I think that is the BT, no, not the BT8 one. Double Typhoon allowing this free this free search with that on-play Terriermon, and picking up, I totally just sort of missed what it meant. I'm pretty sure it was that Rapidmon X antibody. It'd be kind of silly not to when you have a Rapidmon on here. You are going to be giving up a lot of memory, but you will be able to at least board wipe. Oh no, sorry, my bad. You won't, because the Venusmon did come out on that turn. It does stop all the 1 digivolving effects. So even with the Rapidmon X antibody, that 1 digivolving will be suspending all of your opponent's Digimon. Will not happen because that Venusmon did just evolve on that turn. So really sort of hard stopping any potential sort of win condition here, because there is a lot of Digimon on the numemon side's field that could be reduced to that 0 DP when it's suspended. So there we see the Rapidmon evolution putting them at 4 memory, and we finally see the Satsuki being unmind linked here to give an extra memory. And so now we've got the Ukomon moving up. You've got a couple of different triggers happening here. Louis giving an extra memory. The Ukomon from the promo Ukomon allowing an extra memory. No more eggs to hatch. This deck does burn through them like crazy. And now you see the first search from that Ukomon, from that BT16 Ukomon, is going to be picking up that Satsuki. Now we have a second trigger of that Ukomon. You're going to hit the Platinum numemon, which is such a fun card to play in this deck. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Digimon. So if you just hard play one, that a Monzaimon X antibody will trigger and can just delete the rapidmon, so it doesn't have to worry. Doesn't really have to worry about any sort of potential Mega Gargo aces. And we did see that Satsuki pickup, so is going to be going under that numemon as well. Absolutely, potentially having a game here. You do have to worry a little bit about a double typhoon insecurity because it will suspend 2 Digimon. So 1 check and 2 check both will clear. That Monzaimon X antibody does have jamming thanks to that Satsuki from earlier. And we are going to see if this Ukamon gets sacrificed. So first Ukamon will die, and now we've got that that numemon. Scooping it up here because just too many swings and not enough security left on there. So again, really fast game between the numemon player and the terriermon player. Just really rough when you don't have a rapidmon to sort of establish a board or to control against that player. So